A gentleman, Leif Gregerson, once said, "The measure of a man or a woman is not so much what they have accomplished, though that does have weight. It often is much more, though, what that man or woman has overcome to accomplish what they have."
Welcome to An Apple a Day, a podcast, a resource, a community. Share your experiences and learn from others as we overcome barriers and learn to live a happy, healthy life with a disability. Welcome to the community. Here's your host, Jimmy Apple.
Welcome to another episode of An Apple a Day. I'm your host, Jimmy Apple. An Apple a Day is brought to you by www.famousapple.com. Famousapple.com is the home site for this podcast, so if you get a minute, check it out. While you're tripping around the web, make sure you stop by our Facebook page, Living with a Disability. You can get to that page by going to famousapple.com/group. That's famousapple.com/GROUP. Over there, there's people talking, chatting, making new friends, asking questions, answering questions. You name it, they're having a lot of fun. So if you get a minute, go over there, check it out. So how you doing today, my friends? You feeling good? You feeling strong? You feeling better than you did yesterday? Excellent. You can't ask for better than that. How you making out with your medication? You taking your medication the way the doctor's telling you to take it? Are you keeping up with your doctor's appointments? You keeping up with your physical therapy? You getting ready for this winter? Excellent. You can't ask for better. Hey, we have got a good one for you today. We have an interview with a young man named Derrek Cooke. Derrek has a disease called Spina Bifida. He was born with it. And now he could have taken the easy way out and just said, I have this disease. I'm going to just take it easy the rest of my life, and just sat back and did nothing. But instead, not Derrek. Derrek has this can-do positive attitude, and he went out and decided to start his own business. That's right. This guy's 31 years old. He's an entrepreneur. Not only is he an entrepreneur, he's also giving back. That's right. He's giving back after going through this disease, going through this disability. He's giving back part of his profits to the Spina Bifida Association to help fund research. He's giving 10% back on the money he makes to the Spina Bifida organization. I want to introduce you to Derrek, but before I do, I want to introduce you to Spina Bifida, what it actually is. A lot of people say, oh, I've heard of Spina Bifida, but they don't know what it is actually. Unless you're affected by it or someone you love is affected by it, you've heard the name and maybe you might know a little bit about it, but here's a quick tutorial, I guess you'd say. Tutorial, that's a big word. Here's a little quick fact sheet about it, and it'll take 2 minutes. So sit back, relax. Before we get to Derrek, let me just fill you in on what Spina Bifida actually is.
What is Spina Bifida? Spina Bifida is a condition that affects the spine and is usually apparent at birth. It is a type of neural tube defect, NTD. Spina Bifida can happen anywhere along the spine if the neural tube does not close all the way. When the neural tube doesn't close all the way, the backbone that protects the spinal cord doesn't form and close as it should. This often results in damage to the spinal cord and nerves. Spina Bifida might cause physical and intellectual disabilities that range from mild to severe. The severity depends on the size and location of the opening in the spine, whether part of the spinal cord and nerves are affected. Types of Spina Bifida. The three most common types of Spina Bifida are Myelomeningocele. When people talk about Spina Bifida, most often they are referring to Myelomeningocele. Myelomeningocele is the most serious type of Spina Bifida. With this condition, a sac of fluid comes through an opening in the baby's back. Part of the spinal cord and nerves are in this sac and are damaged. This type of Spina Bifida causes moderate to severe disabilities, such as problems affecting how the person goes to the bathroom, loss of feeling in the person's legs or feet, and not being able to move the legs. Meninga Seal. Another type of Spina Bifida is Meninga Seal. With Meninga Seal, a sac of fluid comes through an opening in the baby's back. But, the spinal cord is not in this sac. There is usually little or no nerve damage. This type of spina bifida can cause minor disabilities. Spina bifida occulta. Spina bifida occulta is the mildest type of spina bifida. It is sometimes called hidden spina bifida. With it, there is a small gap in the spine, but no opening or sac on the back. The spinal cord and the nerves usually are normal. Many times, spina bifida occulta is not discovered until late childhood or adulthood. This type of spina bifida usually does not cause any disabilities. Diagnosis. Spina bifida can be diagnosed during pregnancy or after the baby is born. Spina bifida occulta might not be diagnosed until late childhood or adulthood, or might never be diagnosed. Living with spina bifida. Spina bifida can range from mild to severe. Some people may have little to no disability. Other people may be limited in the way they move or function. Some people may even be paralyzed or unable to walk or move parts of their body. Even so, with the right care, most people affected by spina bifida lead full, productive lives. For more information on spina bifida, you can visit the CDC website at www.cdc.gov/ncbddd/spina bifida. And now, back to Jimmy.
All right, before we get over to Derrek, I just want to remind you, all the websites that you hear in this podcast will be in the show notes. So don't worry about writing them down as we speak. They'll all be in the show notes for this podcast. So I want to introduce you to Derrek Cooke. He's the entrepreneur. He suffers from spina bifida. And I have to tell you, the guy's a funny guy. And also, I want you to listen, as you're listening to this podcast, listen to the suggestion from his Uncle Eric. I think it's a good idea. Let us know what you think. But sit back, relax, and let me introduce you to Derrek Cooke. Okay, we're here with Derrek Cooke. He's the CEO and founder of Derrek's Bags. How you doing today, Derrek?
I'm good, Jimmy. How are you?
Good. I'm so glad you're here. So,
Me too.
man, so tell us, now you've come up with this company, Derrek's Bags, and we're going to talk about that in a second. But I want to hear more about you. First of all, I want to say happy birthday, buddy.
Thank you.
You're 32 years old. My God, I wish I was 32.
I'm actually 31, but you know what? That's fine.
31. That's all right. That's like rubbing it in now. That's like cutting me and rubbing salt in the wound.
I'm sorry.
Now I'm gonna go in the corner and cry. Oh, but no, that's great. You're 31. You went to the Yankee game, I heard. You said?
Yep. And my dad got tickets for my birthday. I'm a big Yankee fan, and my dad bought tickets. Surprised me with tickets for my birthday, and thankfully they won, and they're in the playoffs. See what happens tonight in the wild card game. But
you can tell you're a New Yorker. I'm walking over here. Oh man! Now, Derrek, you were born with spina bifida?
Yep, I was born with spina bifida. It's a birth defect. The best I could describe it is like my spine. It was like in a bubble on my lower back, and the doctors, I had to have an operation the day after I was, or the same day I was born, or the day after I was born. The doctors fixed that, and they had to put a what they call a shunt in the side of my skull, because there was a fluid buildup in my skull. And what it does, it like affects like the nerves and like other parts, other parts of the body as well. With me, I have to walk with Afos, I wear AFOs to walk, and I also walk with a cane. And for long distances, I use a wheelchair.
Okay. Right. Now, for those of us that don't know, what are AFOs?
What they are? You ever see the movie Forrest Gump?
Yep.
All right. Pretty much what they are. If it's kind of like what the actor that played the young Forrest Gump wore in the movie, but they're not like the wire. I don't have any wires going up or anything like that. They're made of plastic, and they go below my feet, and then they go up below my knee. They're made of plastic, and then there's like a rod on each side of the AFOs, and they help me walk.
Excellent. Excellent. So they're light then.
Yep. Oh
They
yeah.
they used to be metal, right?
Yes. Oh yeah.
And
Yep.
those were the heavy ones.
Yep. Yep.
And so how far can you walk with them?
Oh, probably I could walk probably maybe I'd say like a mile.
Oh,
I
so
could.
oh, so you
Yeah.
you're pretty much mobile. Like if you went to
Oh yeah.
Disneyland, you'd use a wheelchair.
Oh yeah. No. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm mobile. I could walk if I went to like Disneyland or something like that. I could walk pretty far, but after a while, my legs do hurt. All the way. My thighs hurt. My hips.
Right. Right.
But yeah, I am pretty mobile.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's cool. That
Yeah.
the what do you call it? The wheelchair. Put it this way: the wheelchair. I'm in a wheelchair myself. At first, I was like so dead set against it. I mean, I still am. Put it this way: I would much rather
Right.
be walking.
Right.
But now it sounds stupid. You go to Disney World. It does have it does have its advantages. It'll
does,
get you. It'll get you.
Doesn't it? It gets you like front of the lines and everything.
You got to always look for the bright side.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. The other day when my dad and I went to the Yankee game, of course there were long lines.
Of
So
course.
then my dad, none of the security people by the gates were like telling us to like, oh, like cut through the line. So my dad, but they had like gates up where like you could just like pull them.
Uh-huh.
So then my dad, to get the the front of the line, he just pulled like the gates, and then like I just wheeled like to where the metal detectors are. And like nobody cared. So nobody said anything. No security guard said anything. Like, all right, they took the wanted my dad, and then they wanted me to check this, make sure we're fine, and then they let us in.
Right. Like I said, you have to look for the bright side in things sometimes.
Oh yeah, yup.
But I mean, that's good. That's great that you're up and you're mobile too. That's phenomenal. That's I wish I had lost my leg, and then I had a couple of strokes, and so I'm planted in this thing. But
Oh boy.
I think it's great that when you first told me you had spina bifida, I don't know what I thought. Several things went through my mind that
Right.
there was a movie. There was a movie with a person that had spina bifida, and forgive me because I'm ignorant when it comes to spina bifida, and I had a whole different view. And when you and I first became in contact, but naturally, I always look up the ailment that somebody has.
Right.
And I was getting conflicting information.
Right.
And one person says if you have spina bifida, you're totally bedridden. And
Yeah. Some people, unfortunately, some people are, and some people aren't.
then there was another one that said that if you have spina bifida, you can't straighten up. That you're totally like bent over like a U.
Really? And I've never heard of that. I've never heard of that.
So, like I said, I was getting all these conflicting things, and not one said if you have spina bifida, you're perfectly okay to walk. And that's the bad thing sometimes about the internet. They give you the worst case scenarios on everything. It's like the horror stories make the best stories, and it's so good to hear. It's so good to hear that you're able to be up and walking. All right, so it kind of terrible that you have to use a wheelchair from time to time, but that's the least of it. At
Right.
least you're up and you're walking. That's great.
Right.
I'm so glad to hear that.
Thank you. Yeah, my parents, I don't remember this, but mom and my dad have said that I guess I was like 2 or something like that. I was using a pull behind walker,
Mm-hmm.
and one day I took like one step, and then took one step, and then I let go of the walker, just started walking.
That's see, that's determination. That's
Right.
that's great. And
Right.
you know, that's what I love stories like that.
Right.
I hate when I hear people say, "Oh, I have an ailment and this is it for the rest of my life." I want to hear people that are saying, "I have a cane, but I want to throw the cane away." You know,
I hate not to put down anybody that complains about stuff,
no, but
but I hate like when I hear somebody say like, "Oh, I got this, I got that. Oh, boo hoo hoo, poor me." It's
exactly.
like I hate hearing something about hearing or seeing somebody say that. It's like, okay, yeah, I feel bad that you have what you have, but stop being that way
Yeah,
and try to look on the bright side of things.
exactly. Exactly. You could be my co-host here because it never kills anybody. No one ever went blind by looking at something from the bright side.
Right. Yep.
You know, everybody's entitled, and I've always said this. Everybody is entitled to a pity party. No matter
Right.
what, you're entitled to it. You get hurt,
Right.
something happened to you, you are entitled 100% to feel bad for yourself. But you know
Right.
what? Every party has to come to an end.
Exactly.
You know, this woe is me all the time. You know what? That gets kind of tiring.
It does. It does. It really does.
You know, when someone comes up to you and says, "Hey, Derek, how you doing today?" That's not an opening to say, "Oh, my life sucks."
Right.
You know,
Right.
people don't want to hear your life sucks. I never want to be known as Jimmy, the guy in the wheelchair. I
Right.
want to be known as Jimmy, the guy that got a sense of humor, or Jimmy,
Right.
the guy that's a prick. let me let me be known by anything other than Jimmy, the guy that can't walk.
Right.
You know, I don't want to let a disability define me, and
Me neither.
I'm not gonna define myself by a disability.
Right.
It annoys me when somebody lets themselves be defined by a disability because you're so much more than that.
Exactly. I agree with you 1,000%.
Like, now look at you. You were born with this. All right. This I know for a fact, and you can say no, but I know for a fact that there's days that it's just hard,
Right.
and
Yeah.
there's days that you want to bang your head against the wall. I know for me, there's days I want to bang my head against the wall. But you know what? As time goes on, those days become fewer and further between.
Right.
Now you've taken what's been handed to you,
Mm-hmm.
and you've turned it into a positive. You started your own business. You've got Derrek's Bags. Now no one can hold you back.
Nope.
You've jumped into this, and I can't tell you how proud. I don't even really know you. I know you to talk to you, but I'm
Right.
so proud of the fact that you've taken something that's horrible, honestly, and you've
Right.
turned it into a positive.
Yeah.
And you got an attitude on you like I feel like we've been hanging out for years. I feel like, well, maybe I've been hanging out a lot longer than you. But you know, you're new to the gang. But I feel like we've been hanging out because you've got such a positive attitude. I think that's great.
Thank you.
And you've turned, like I said, you turned the negative into a positive. So, like, all right, I'm not blowing smoke up your ass, believe me. But
Yeah.
I just, like I said, I think it's positive. So, like, tell us about Derrek's Bag. Tell us what gave you the inspiration to do this.
Well, back in March, one day I was actually cleaning my apartment here, and I carry a bag around with me when I go out that's filled with catheters because I have to use catheters when I go to the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
And thought to myself, you know what? I looked at the bag and I thought to myself, you know what? I could sell bags that are big enough to fit catheters in, and I could put positive messages on them. And then I thought to myself, you know what? I'll give back, since I was born with spina bifida. I'll give back to the Spina Bifida Association, which I've known about for years through my parents and just seeing online. So I started it. I started that, and I actually co-own a business, an online business with a friend of mine. So I started one of the suppliers that my friend and I use. Started looking to see if I could sell bags through them, where I can make the designs, and then they print out the designs on the bags when I get an order, and then they ship the order for me. And lucky enough, they did. So they do. So I went to work, and I thought to myself, I Googled stuff, and then I told some people about what I wanted to do, and then they gave me some ideas for designs, and I started worked in Photoshop and to make the designs, and I started selling. I started selling bags, and that's how I started it.
Excellent.
And I chose Etsy to sell the bags through Etsy because I knew about that. A lot of people go on there to buy things, kind of like Amazon and eBay, where people sell things. So I decided to sell my bags on Etsy.
That's excellent. Where do you come up with the inspirational logos?
A few I thought of in my head, and a few people I know. I told them about what I was doing, and then they gave me some ideas. So then I just thought in my head, like, okay, like I could make this into a design. So I worked in Photoshop, and I made the designs. So yeah.
Excellent. Now right now you're a one man show, right?
Yep. I'm a one man show with my business.
So you're doing the physical designing and the advertising, and
Yep.
so I predict with everything that's going on with you, you're not going to be one man for very long.
No.
Uh,
No.
Because I know that there's a lot of interest generated. You have a lot of interest generated in this, and
I do.
because you said you just made a sale recently on it.
Yes, I did.
And
A lady, yeah, my aunt just purchased a bag of that I sell.
yeah, well, forgetting her, you've made other.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
family's nice, but
Right.
they're not the ones that make a living. But actually,
Right.
give me your aunt's mailing address, because I have other people that'll sell to her. But all the other people that are buying from you right now, it's just amazing. And
I actually got a sale. A lady from Canada who follows me on Instagram from Toronto. She bought a bag, and I did a ad on Facebook, and she messaged me asking me. A lady from California. She saw the ad, and she messaged me asking me what are the prices of bags. So then I replied to her comment, and then within 20-30 minutes, she bought a couple bags from me.
excellent. See, now let me ask you something. When you said Facebook, are you doing those ad boosters on there?
Yes.
Yeah.
I am doing them. Yeah. They to get people to get more people to see the post. I put on my business page. You gotta boost the post, unfortunately.
Right.
So
In all honesty, I just did an ad booster
right.
2 weeks ago
Mm-hmm.
for the first time,
Oh, really?
and I am amazed at the response I got from that.
Oh, really?
I was blown away by it. I did for the first time I did an ad booster on it, and I just did it, to be honest. And this sounds cheap, but I did it because they sent me a $10 credit.
Oh, okay.
So I matched it, and
Okay.
I was blown away. I was absolutely blown away. I was like, oh, I know I'm doing this again.
Yeah, aren't they great?
It's amazing. It's amazing. And I really don't do too many ads, but they sent me this, and I was doing a program. So I said, well, let me try it. $10 is not gonna kill you. And so I just matched it, and I maxed it over 3 days, I think it was, and I was totally blown. I looked at my business page, and I was like, holy smokes! Never did I get a response like that in a day. Never. So I was gonna suggest try to boost the page, but you did it. So,
Yeah, no, I have boosted a few posts on Facebook, and I boosted same thing on I have a Twitter business page and a Instagram business page.
no,
The same exact thing, and I was blown away too by the response on there.
no, excuse me. I thought I was telling you something new. But no, those booster ads are phenomenal. Absolutely.
They really are. They really are.
But you just blew me away. Now, see, I did do some research on you, and you're involved with a group up here, and I'm just like I said, you amaze me. You amaze me because to have this diagnosis from birth, other people would sit back and say, "This is it." Not you.
No.
You're
No, that's not me.
not you. You're out there. You're talking. You're talking out to the public. You're speaking with the public, and you're running a business. You started from scratch. You're building it one block at a time.
Yep.
I just can't say enough about you. I'm really impressed.
Thank you.
Absolutely impressed. So what's your next step now?
Get more sales.
Well, that's
Get more sales, of course. But recently, because of the pandemic still going on, and people are still wearing masks, I'm gonna start selling masks as well. And I'm also in the process of building my own website. Have get people directed to there, and we'll continue to grow the business.
excellent. Well, I definitely want to stay in touch with you
I want
because
to stay in touch with you too.
yeah, no, this is I love seeing things from the ground floor growing,
Right.
and I can see you growing phenomenally.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Me too.
I've talked to people that tell me that they're starting a business,
Right.
and you can tell that their business is the fact that they said they're starting a business,
Right.
and you know that their business is going nowhere.
Right.
You know, their whole business was the fact that they said they were starting a business. But
Sorry.
you're going places. You have plans. I just what we were talking about before we started the interview. You can tell you have plans.
I did. I want to, like I said before, I want to grow this business. And some of my personal goals are one day get married, have a family, and live my version of the American dream.
Exactly. Everybody has a version, but it all comes down to the American dream.
Yep.
Everybody has a different version of it, or a different version. That's a good way to describe it. But it all comes down to one thing: the American dream: having a business, having a wife or a husband, having a spouse and kids, and a home, and the picket fence, and the dog in the yard, the cat in the kitchen, all that other stuff.
Yeah.
And it can be yours. You know why? Because you have the positive attitude. You could be a person with no arms, no legs, and you'll still get it just because of your attitude.
Yeah.
And I'll guarantee it. I will guarantee it. I know somewhere down the line you're going to be going, "Hey Jim, come on over to the house."
I'll invite you.
I can hear it. I can hear it.
Me too.
You're the person that'll do it. Yeah.
Yes, I will.
And the other person that's out there going, "Oh, I have spina bifida," they're the person that's going to be living in someone's basement somewhere, And not that there's anything wrong with that. I mean,
No.
it's just that you have to have. It depends on your attitude. Your attitude in life is everything. You can have materially you can have nothing, but if you have an attitude, a can-do attitude like yours, you can have everything.
Right. Yeah. No. Years ago, maybe like 5-6 years ago, was on Facebook. I was in a spina bifida support group, and there was I remember this like it was yesterday. There was a guy. I don't remember his name, and if I did, I wouldn't say his name.
Right.
But there was this guy. He got like in his 20s or something like that. He was saying like, "Oh, my parents are going away for the weekend. Oh, I can't it sounded like he relied on them so much, and like he didn't have like an attitude like, oh, I could be okay while my parents are away. I'm thinking to myself, I don't want to be like that guy.
Right. Right.
I don't.
You
So.
you want to have kids that are saying, my parents are going away. I'm telling you, that's, I feel bad for people like that. I do.
So not to put anybody down. So
Exa-
so do I. I really feel bad for people that who have that mentality, say, woe is me.
Right.
I might not to go into like personal stuff, but I remember back in 2011 to 2012, my grandfather, he had Alzheimer's disease and Parkinson's disease. It was pretty bad. And my grandmother, she was very strong. She wasn't like woe is me. I'm
Right.
gonna take it. I'm gonna take care. I'm gonna take care of them. She didn't have any of that attitude. None of that. And my parents, I've never seen them have that attitude. My older brother or my grandparents, my mom's parents, I've never seen them have that attitude. Woe is me.
Right.
And I never have. I know. You know what? I'm sure they have had, times. Everybody has
No matter
that.
what, you wouldn't be human if you didn't have those times.
Exactly. So but what and one thing I would like to try with my business too is like kind of be like a role model to people and be like, look at that guy. He's got he was born what he was born with, but he's doing what he's doing. He's doing what he's doing. He's got his own business. He's trying to do what he's doing what he's doing with his business. Maybe I could be like him.
But you know what? Your business isn't what's going to make you a role model. You are.
It's me. It's me too. So
Your attitude makes you the role model.
true. That's true. That's
And
true.
like I said, Derek, I would love to have you on again. Just
I love that. I love to be on again too.
I
And
I want to follow your success.
thank you.
Your success is my success. I can live
Yep.
vicariously through you.
And
Maybe I'll be younger then too.
and can I just say like a couple of the designs that I have?
Yes,
on-
yes, by all means.
I forgot to mention that earlier. Yeah, so some of the designs I have, look on the bright side of life, be kind to one another, don't let someone make you feel like less than your worth. I am enough. You can do it with Rosie River, and also you could do it Spina Bifida Warrior, and a few Be Strong as well.
Excellent.
Yep.
Can I make a suggestion?
Sure.
Throw in a couple of dirty ones. I'd buy them.
Send me an email after we're done, and let me know what you want, and I'll make it for you.
I'm telling you, sex sells.
Oh yeah, no. My one of my uncles, he with the other business I have with a friend of mine, he was saying, why don't you sell lingerie?
There you go. I like your uncle.
and then I'd say to my friend, oh my uncle Eric was saying, oh, we should sell lingerie, and then he was like, no, I was like, all right. So.
Sell lingerie and put inspirational writing on it.
Yeah, I could.
I'm telling you, we could put inspirational writing on a lot of things.
Oh yeah, no, there's a lot of products, printful prints on, and
Yep.
so I'm definitely one of my plans is definitely to look at the other things they sell besides what the other products that they print on and ship besides bags, and then sell them as well. So.
But I bet you if you did what your uncle said.
Oh yeah, that would get a lot of sales.
You'd be the only one on Etsy with it.
Oh, yeah. Especially with positive messages on them.
Exactly. Front and back.
Oh yeah.
Oh boy. Derrek, this has been good. This has been really good. And I am definitely going to keep in touch with you. And
thank you.
I'd like to, you know what? I'd like to set it up now that I'd like to have you back on in about 6 months.
All right.
And just see where we're at with the business.
Okay.
And I just had a fellow on a couple of days ago. His name is Jim Gavin, and he started a business last year. Well, he started it actually a couple of years ago, but I had him on last year when his business was just really in its infant stage. And I had him on again, 3 days ago? And his business has grown in that year to the point that he now has 3 employees.
Right.
And he now is, not only is he in New Jersey, but he's all over the nation now. And he's even did work in Israel.
Really?
And
good.
So, and he did this all during the pandemic.
Right.
So you can only imagine what's going to happen now that he's out of the pandemic. And he's amazing. He owns a company called the Key of Awesome Music, and he teaches music virtually. So, and he teaches it to developmentally disabled children and adults. So, like I said, these are people, and you and him could be brothers. You both have such positive attitude. And actually, he just put out a book as well.
All right.
So, I mean, he's like you. Nothing stops him, and he's always working on something. And you, like I said, you just remind me of him so much. That's why I want to have you back on in 6 months. I want to see. I want to see how far your business has grown in 6 months, and I know it's going to grow.
Me too. I'm definitely up for coming back on.
I'm sure it's going to grow. And if it grows quicker than 6 months, then I want you to call me, and we're gonna be back on sooner than 6. But
sounds good.
But I know. And now if you want, put out what's the podcast you're going to be on tomorrow?
Tomorrow, I'm going to be on a podcast called Disability After Dark. A guy named Andrew Gurza from Toronto, Canada. He runs it, and I'll be talking to him.
Now, see, that even sounds kind of like adult talk. Disability After Dark.
Right. Yeah. For what I've seen on Twitter, it is. But I saw that lately he's having people who have disabilities come on that have like businesses. I saw the other day he tweeted somebody wrote a book as well. It wasn't adult themed.
Oh, okay.
But they wrote a book, and so so I thought, you know what? Let me give it a shot with him, even though it's more adult themed. It sounds like so.
Well, you could sell your uncle's idea on that.
Oh yeah.
Well, you tell him I said hello from America, and
I will.
And well, good luck with that. And like I said, I'll talk to you again in 6 months. And thank you for coming on with me. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
And I'm going to be following you. So
all right.
Nothing dirty there. I'm going to be following your business.
Alrighty.
All right. Well, thanks again, Derrek, and I shall talk to you very soon. Okay?
All right, Jimmy.
What did I tell you about Derrek? Is that guy great or what? He's got such a positive can-do attitude. It's unbelievable. What did you think about his uncle's suggestion? I think it's great. Drop us a line. Let us know what you think about his uncle's suggestion. I think you should follow it. But anyhow, I want to thank Derrek for being on with us today. And I meant what I said. I'm going to follow up with Derrek in 6 months because I think he's going to make a go of this business. And I want everyone to go over there and check out his storefront. Check out Derrek's Bags at Etsy. I'm going to have the website in the show notes for this podcast today. So make sure you go over there, check it out. Just look around. Maybe you want to buy a bag or two. You know, they're not just for the catheters like he was saying. It's for anything. They're nice to have. They're tote bags. So go over there, check it out. And listen to this. You know, we're Amazon associates, and the holidays are coming up. Now, do you have someone in your family that might be into music, or maybe a youngster starting to show interest in music? We have a special one for you today, and I want you to just listen to this. This is pretty cool. This is a guitar, but it comes with everything that you need. Everything comes in one package that you open up this package. You take the guitar out, you put it over your shoulder. Lessons, everything in one package. Listen to this.
Hey, this full-size classical nylon strings acoustic guitar 39-inch classic guitar starter bundle for adults comes with free lessons, a gig bag, an e-tuner, a footstool, and more. This bundle is all-in-one with beginner-free lessons. This 39-inch right-handed classical guitar starter kit comes with novice essential accessories at an affordable price. 1 waterproof guitar bag, 1 digital tuner, 1 strap, 1 footstool, 1 stand, 1 capo, polished cloth and 1 month's free starter lessons card. Everything you need to start playing immediately comes in one box. Save your time and money. Go to famousapple.com/guitar and check out this beautiful musical instrument that you cannot afford to pass up.
Sounds great, doesn't it? You got to check this out. Go over to famousapple.com/guitar and you got to check this guitar out. Check out the price on this. You won't believe it. I'm not allowed to tell you the price here, but you won't believe it. Trust me. If nothing else, just go and check out the price. It's unbelievable. It's a great way to start. You never know. You may turn into the next Slash. Anyway, thank you so much for being here today. I really appreciate it. Thank you again to Derrek for being here. I really appreciate it. And make sure you're here for the next episode. We've got another good one coming up for you. It's the author of Every Scar Tells a Story. You're not going to want to miss that one. Anyhow, remember this, my friends. No matter what, things can always be worse. Someone somewhere right now is wishing that they were in your position, so things can always be worse. You've been listening to An Apple a Day. My name is Jimmy Apple, and I'm going to leave you with another song from Jim Gavin. So have a great day. I'll talk to you again in a few days. Take care, my friends.
Kind of guy that keeps you warm at night when you are cold. I'll grab some blankets from my bed, wrap them around your chest, and I'll pull you close. We'll flip some channels to find out there's nothing on right now to ease your mind. Sit back, relax, there is no rush, no need to speed things up. All we have is time to think about the future, forget about the past. Time to figure out a way to make this moment last, to make this moment Let's make this the kind of love that we've been dreaming of when we sleep at night. We'll get a little house to live in, have a couple kids, and we'll sleep tight. 'Cause baby, all we really need are just a couple things to stay alive, and everything else in between. Just trust my heart, you'll see we're slowly coming. Time to think about the future, forget about the past. Time to figure out a way to make this moment last. To make this moment last. To make this moment last. Sunrises, sunsets, I won't let you forget that I need you. Spring comes as spring goes, forever you will know that I love you. Sunrises, sunsets, I won't let you forget that I need you. Spring comes as spring goes, forever you will know that I love you.